Hey, Spencer Smith, owner of CrossFit Donelson. This is my homework for coach development course for the second of the lesson planning. I chose the option with the power cleans in the row. So we're looking at 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 for load, followed by a 2,000 meter row for time. Working from the outside in, I've got a very brief whiteboard brief, 3 minutes there to go over just the structure of the workout, any scaling options, any strategies you might have, give people some quick ideas about that. And then moving into the cool down, 7 minutes here. I might push that a little bit depending on what happens, but at least I've got a little bit of a buffer, and we should have enough time to clean up whatever equipment's left, log or record any scores, and then do a little bit of pigeon stretching. For the row, I gave myself 2 heats. Ideally, we'd love to go do this all in once, but knowing the class size, if we have even a moderate class, we're going to run out of machines, specifically rowers especially. So splitting them up allows for each group to cheer the other group on, potentially do anything else they need to, but that's what we'll be doing there. And then before that, we've given myself a little 3-minute break. I put it after the weightlifting, before the row. It could easily go beforehand if you wanted it to, but I like it before the Metcon because that's generally when people get the most, want to get that nervous pee out. And they don't generally need it as much before the lifting. That's just what I found, but obviously it can go in either direction. And then for the power clean, I set it up as an every 2-minute structure just to make sure we keep the timeline going. They can go ahead and have their weights around the bar so they can have quick transitions on the weights, but we'll do a set every 2 minutes, and that's the goal, to finish it all in 10 minutes. And then I'll give them a little bit of buffer there at the end as the weights get heavier, but 10 minutes to finish all 5 sets there. And then for the specific warm-up, I gave myself 10 minutes here as well. I want to go through the Bergener warm-up for the clean. I want to move through the 3-position clean. So that's usually how I like to do. Sometimes how I like to do the clean is I'll do the Bergener warm-up, and then I'll work backwards from the high hang down to the hang, down to the floor. It's a good way to kind of work backwards into that pulling from the floor position. And it also lets me know if I have newer athletes, if anyone needs to be pulling from the hang or from an elevated position, we can modify that as well. But that's a great drill to work into after the Bergener warm-up, I find. And then I'm going to give them a little bit of time, probably 6 minutes or so, to build, 5 or 6 minutes to build, doing sets of 5. So 3 sets of 5, building from the empty barbell up to your opening weight for that set of 10, which should still be relatively light. So they shouldn't need a ton of time to build, but allow them to put a little bit of weight on the bar and get ready. For the general warm-up, pretty basic. I gave myself 7 minutes, give or take a minute or two. I've got 3 inchworms, 6 Samson stretches, and then just a real brief little 3 rounds of rowing, 20 mountain climbers, 10 jumping squats, and kind of increasing the pace on the row each round, trying to build the intensity towards and getting them nice and warm. I've done, warm-ups similar to this before, and it tends to get them very limber, very ready for whatever is coming down the pipeline. So we're making sure we're getting the hips and the shoulders really prepped for the power clean of the row there. But yeah, thank you very much. This is the whole structure.